Well, hello, hello, hello. And yes, welcome back to Just Cause 2. A game with which I thought I could beat in one day. Little did I know, I can't. So I'm just gonna do every faction mission and stronghold stuff. May as well, I've come this far. But yeah, so obviously that's it for today. I don't know what else I'll do. I might start Monster Hunter, but I probably won't. But like I say, I'll figure that out as I go.
How can I help? Here we are.
It is sad. One of my captains has been shot and killed by the military. They kill one of mine, I kill one of theirs. More precisely, you kill one of theirs.
It's probably a sniper rifle. No, it's a machine gun.
That'll come in handy.
He is cowering inside the house. Destroy our Sam and get him out.
Get off my property! I will shoot to kill!
Beware, my friend. The Colonel has access to some large caliber weaponry.
You idiot. Oh, let me just... Idiot. If there was an actual arcing motion to this, it wouldn't be that difficult.
He is cowering inside the house. Destroy our Sam and get him out.
Oh, I forgot to pick up the fucking machine gun.
He is taking heavy damage! Over there!
champagne as we speak. Damn.
Use cover! Finish him!
Okay, where do I want to go now? Also got the stronghold mission up there. Well, I've done 30 faction missions. I have no idea how many there are. And there's none over here. I can see most of them blinking over there. Yeah, they're all here. And then a couple down here. And one there.
How can I help? Here we are. Hostile spotted up. Attack, attack.
There we go.
Hi, Kawan. I have a job for you. A possible, how you say, double whammy. Yes, first you must destroy a very expensive and complex satellite base, which the government uses to disturb our trade routes. And secondly, you should seek out and kill the Chinese businessman Li Ho Fook, a traitor who stole and sold a fortune of Yular contraband to Macau gangsters recently.
Really? Whatever. It'll be quicker on foot anyway. Or by parachute.
Ah, you have arrived. Now to expose that bloody dish and destroy it. There are 2 control panels nearby. Seek them out and activate them, Sedadu.
Consider it done.
Enemy sighted! All available units advance! Wonderful! Simply... What? Ah, it seems the traitor Li Ho Fook is headed your way. Be aware that this businessman is cut from the very toughest of cloth. Kill him for me, La.
No, that won't be that old.
He's as good as gone.
Oh, you fucking what?
You think you can beat me? Never!
I can't even blow up his fucking tires. That should do.
And so, the damn traitor Li Ho Fook is no more. Now, get back to dealing with the satellite base, Sedadu.
Never thought doing the dishes could be this much fun.
I'm gonna die.
Quickly! Take cover! Flank him! Can't get a clear shot! I see him now! I have a clear shot!
You will need some pretty heavy firepower to take that thing out, Sedadu. Explosives or a cannon or something of the like.
I knew that.
I'm moving in.
Mind if I borrow this?
You have done well, my friend. And for killing Li Ho Fook, your name holds great power among the Yulas.
Heartwarming. I'm all broken up.
Sail away.
Well, he only has 2 more missions, and I think that's actually everything done for the Ulars. Yeah, it is. There's only 2 more missions, and I've done everything for them. It's gonna be a long ride.
have
Idiots.
reports of violence, sir. Report to location immediately.
I am a simple man, Scorpio. I have no need of extravagance. Though I do have one little weakness. Race cars. I want you to steal one for me. A perfect jewel, owned by the millionaire Tom Gunnawan.
Well, I guess I won't be needing that.
Ah, Scorpio. We have a visual. Requesting backup.
Oh, fuck off.
Ah, good, good. Now, all you have to do is drop the car off. Thank yous. The car is mine. The perfect racing machine.
The last and final mission. Oh, go on then, what do I get? A grenade launcher, nice. And actually one thing I do want to do, which might crash the game, as always. Yeah, no, everything's... Yeah, just checking Streamlabs, OBS, just to make sure everything's working. Anywho. Thanks for that. Fucking cunts.
The Panau Satellite Program Center was attacked today by a lone madman and foreign terrorist. After a brief firefight, the terrorist disappeared. It is believed that the body simply vaporized under the many precise shots of the elite Panauan soldiers.
Yeah, okay. The body vaporized among the many precise shots. Okay. I don't know how you listen to that and you go, wow, our military must be amazing. Bullshit.
Fouichet! There is this little punk who refuses to pay his due to me. Today his monthly shipments are on the road in this area. Take them out and teach him a lesson, lah.
Good. Now get the message through to him. One van at a time. Alert! Reports of hostile in the area. All available units respond.
Can't get a clear shot.
You've got to be shitting me. Did I stick one to myself somehow? Okay then, Rico, you absolute moron.
Good. Now get the message through to him. One van at a time.
Oh no, he's on the roof!
We have hostiles in the area. Taking all available units.
Here we come! Attack!
You fucking idiot.
Excellent. I think that gentleman got the point all right.
Okay, then I want to go into the mountains, don't I? Only problem is there isn't a fast travel point. Fucking shit. I guess I'll just go to here and work my way down. Fuck.
Really, Ian? Here we are.
come the cavalry now!
My revolutionary mercenary, eh? I want you to help us deprogram a computer in one of the military bases. Their blasted radars and surface-to-air missiles are making it very difficult to smuggle contraband along certain routes. Will you help?
There it is. Now deprogram it so their surface-to-air missiles will no longer bother our planes.
Enemy located. All units attack on sight.
It's never simple. Oh, piss off.
Missile launched.
Noble Scorpio, you will always be remembered as a friend of the people and a hero in my heart.
Nice.
Requesting air support. Repeat. Send air support. Missile away.
Comrade, one of our best hitters, Saul Sukarno, is being executed today. The fascist government will transport him from death row in a truck. Go there and free him for me. I want my best boy back home.
Catch up with the convoy and save Sukarno, comrade.
We have a visual. Requesting backup.
Tough luck, compadre.
Quickly, get him to safety.
Oh, fuck it. It's a relatively straight hill.
Yes! Sukarno still has a few good kills in him.
Get us a chopper! Now!
Is there any health anywhere near here? Great, I've got to go back up the sodding hill. There we go.
Hostile spotted! Attack! Attack!
Comrade, only you can pull this one off. A contingent of my elite men are in danger. They were enjoying some time off at the Panau Alpine Ski Resort when they were attacked by government thugs. It seems our bribes don't work that well anymore, comrade. One of my favorite officers, and I do mean favorite in every way, has been seriously hurt. You need to get a
Probably
doctor
won't be
in
an
there
idea
and
to,
take
you know,
out the
have
military
sex with
goons
your own
outside.
officers.
Please, comrade. This man means a lot to me. The doctor is already in place, waiting to be picked up.
Great car you got. It can't even handle fucking snow. I was gonna say ice.
Took your time. Get me there quick so I can patch that man up before he dies.
Scorpio, hurry!
You seriously can't control this fucking thing. I'd go the safe way, but yeah, I'm driving off the cliff. This is Just Cause, baby. Oh. That was a little anticlimactic. There we go.
Hostile activity in the sector. All units report to location.
Government troops everywhere! You have to deal with them so I can get inside and do my job!
Half is gone. Now take out the rest.
Let me just fire a missile at you and control it mid-air. Bullshit.
Government troops everywhere! You have to deal with them so I can get inside and do my job!
Half is gone. Now take out the rest.
Okay then. Physics.
Most excellent, my sweet warrior. My man in the hotel will live to please Bolo another day.
No, fucking hell, I don't even have enough for the next agency mission, but I have almost enough for the next faction mission, which I'll probably be able to do after I take over the next stronghold. Because by the looks of this, there are no more missions except for the 2 stronghold ones, which will then in turn give me other missions. But I'm going to assume if I do one of them, that will fill up, which means it will give me even more missions to do. Yeah, I really forgot how this game locks out, like, pretty much the last 2 missions of this game. It pretty much forces you to do all the all the side missions. Oh no, hello, some guy in Latvia. How are you doing? But yeah, this game locks out, like, the last 2 missions harshly. But yeah, it should be doable. Obviously, if I don't get it done today, I'll be really surprised. But where do I want to go? I want to go there. Okay, Sheldon.
Ready and serving.
You're doing well. How about me? I'm doing fantastically well. Thank you for asking, and I'm glad you're doing well.
Thanks for flying here, Sheldon.
But seriously, I love that fucking SSD. It makes this game load times. I believe the game load times on hard drive are something along the lines of like 30 seconds. Whereas now you pretty much press the button. Fucking hell. I seriously should have ordered an SSD so much sooner than a week ago. I'm not going to ask. I'm not.
Scorpio, you seem well endowed with courage and cunning, and I think your heart is now with us. There is a filthy chemical research factory in the marshes of the Rajang River Delta. In this facility, the government pigs fabricate all sorts of chemical weaponry, while the hazardous waste is pumped right into the river. This angers me.
I can tell by all the frustration on your face.
In the service of the oppressed people. Help us capture this facility, sweet comrade, so it can stir up the revolutionary flames.
Yeah, little does she know. I killed her informant guy.
You must keep me protected until we get to the far side of the facility. There, I will hack into their
Oh
system
shit.
and override the control codes. We attack! And Scorpio, you must keep me alive at all costs.
I hate rocket launchers. Just because for some reason they trace you. And I have no idea how or why.
We can't get through! Scorpio, see if you can find a way to open the entrance from within. He did it! Let's go, Reapers!
Oh, there you are.
Go on! Move further into the facility, comrades!
I have a clear shot.
Okay, what was their plan exactly?
Regroup here, comrades! All clear! Move on!
I've got to wait for this guy. I mean, seriously, we're trying to take over an entire military base. What do they think this is? Fucking training to run the 100 meters dash.
Taking cover! Fight, comrades! Fight for freedom!
Fucking stupid.
The forces of liberty
If the enemy has a
prevail.
rocket launcher, that means the rockets trace you every move. If you have the rocket launcher, that means the effect is somehow magically disabled. Yeah, exactly. It makes no sense. And it's just annoying because obviously, obviously if you've got two guys like in that situation, one rocket hits you, you fly up in the air, and as the other rocket is going somewhat towards you, you've been flung up in the air, and then it just goes bloody annoying. Oh, piss off.
Keep going,
It's easier.
comrades! Revolution is around the corner!
Yeah, seriously, I can't be mad at this game. I really love it. I do. Excuse me, thank you.
Good! Now, advance!
Oh. Come on, peek your head. Thank you.
Can't get a clear shot.
I hate these guys.
This is the place! Now, keep me safe while I hack into the system, comrade!
I'm guessing that's a helicopter. Then again, you can open a parachute before falling face first into the ground. You survive somehow. Yeah, or... Come on, get just a little bit closer. Or if you're falling from a great height, and if you grapple to the floor, you're still gaining momentum, yet somehow you survive that as well. Like, this game's physics doesn't know what it wants to do at all. Like, I could climb that mountain, jump off, free fall for a good 10 seconds, grapple and survive. I wish that's how that worked in real life.
Another victory in the name of liberty. You and I, Scorpio, we have such chemistry.
I'm not gonna have sex with you, Bolo Santosi. That should be about everything. No wonder the Mile High Club has fallen in Just Cause 3. Yeah, well, true. Then again, obviously, I remember the Mile High Club being much more impressive from memory, but when you actually play the mission, it's just hack 3 laptops, drop a bomb. And you'd think with all that many sex workers, I'm not going to call them whores, but with that many sex workers, you'd think they'd have a little bit more of a defense against that kind of stuff. Oh, actually, this game is giving me the last of the faction missions. It is. Which means there's only 2 EULAR missions. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Reaper. And then I'm going to assume once I've done that, then 6. Those guys who I forgot. Well then, I'll take a guess, some guy in Latvia, you've played the Just Cause series. Are you looking forward to Just Cause 4 at all? I sort of am. Just to get to blow shit up, you know. Oh, balls. Oh yeah, I was supposed to limit the frame rate in this yesterday, wasn't I? No, oh well. Doesn't matter. Not when I'm this far. You've played Just Cause 2 on PC and 360, you have Just Cause 3 on PC, but it lags so much you haven't even fired off a single shot, and you're looking forward to Just Cause 4. Yeah, like I say, I'm only looking forward to Just Cause 4 because obviously when I've played, because the last few games I've played for the last few months have been like mostly story driven, Just Cause is a nice little distraction to just blow shit up, you know. Like, yes, there's going to be a story, but I'm not really going to be paying much attention when I can make the largest explosions known to man. But I would play Just Cause 3, but the problem is, obviously I don't know what kind of PC you have, but the biggest issue with Just Cause 4 is it's mostly dependent on RAM, because if you have 8 gigs of RAM, obviously I can run it. I can run it on, I'm pretty certain, high to ultra, but because I only have 8 gigs of RAM, the game runs fine at first, but then it very quickly starts to lag after a while because the amount of stuff that you blow up, then the game has to remember everything you've done, and I think that's, I think that's stored on the RAM. So obviously the RAM starts filling up and 8 gigs just isn't enough. 16 is more than fine. 8 is still playable, but it does just sort of hit a point where it just flat out will not work after a while. And it's crashed on me numerous times. That's why I'm not going to play it yet. Oh, and you've only just got a laptop. Well, I mean, that also explains that. I used to be in the same boat. Some guy in Latvia. All I used to have was a laptop, but then
Just let me go.
but then there was like a sort of a really cheap computer going on sale, so I thought I actually want to game for once on a computer, not on a terrible laptop, so that's why I got one. Oh wow, that guy. He somehow exploded. And that's the end of the mission. Sure. This game makes no sense with its missions sometimes. Oh no, hello Brotendo, how are you doing? Piss off. Yes, Brotendo, Just Cause 2, because Just Cause 4 is out Tuesday. So, yeah, I'm sort of looking forward to that. I'm not massively overhyped for it, but it's definitely going to be a fun game to play. It is. And then, after that, is Smash Bros, which I'm looking forward to playing. And hopefully put some time into that. You know, like I'm actually looking forward to play that for quite a while. But I'm debating if I should get the season pass or not. I don't want to, because it's like £25 for 5 characters and 5 maps over the course of a year and a half. So, I don't know yet. If they announce what comes in the season pass, then I might. But otherwise, I'll probably just skip out on it for a while. Is this game on PS4? No, Just Cause 2 is not on PS4. But you can get Just Cause 3 and Just Cause 4 for PS4. Sadly, Just Cause 2 is limited to PS3 and Xbox 360. It's never been remastered. Which one is better, Just Cause 2 or 3? I'm going to say 3, and I'm going to show you why. Once I've fast travelled, I'm going to show you exactly why I'm going to say 3. 2 is fun. Don't get me wrong. I've played it multiple times, and I will continue to keep playing it over the many years that I can play it. But this is my issue. Actually, I will turn everything off that I can. Like, all of these like gold dots are settlements, and I think there's like 360 something settlements in the game. So if you want 100% the game, it is not fun to do at all. Then these little blue dots here, like in the middle of the map there, are the collectibles, and there's just so much shit to do to 100% this game. It is why I can still recommend it. You know, it's a fun game to play from beginning to end if you just want to play the story. But if you want to play and do everything, then I say stay away from this game. Because like I said, there's just so much shit to do and it's just not fun. Whereas with Just Cause 3, it's more condensed. And plus, each location tells you what you've got to find, and it gives you like a checklist basically. So that's why I say 3 is better than 2, just because it's more condensed in what you can do. Instead of just going, here's a giant map, play it for 300 hours, 200% it if you want. You know, it's not fun. So yeah, that's why I prefer 3. But the only problem is I don't like... The only reason why I'm not going to play Just Cause 3 before 4 is because Just Cause 4 is going to be Just Cause 3, just a reskin and with tornadoes and tundras and shit. Which is why I'm not playing Just Cause 3 at the moment. And also, thank you for the follow, some guy in Latvia. And I very much appreciate it. If I can get me words out, thank you. How much can you buy Just Cause 3 for? In England, because obviously I can only speak from where I live, I think it's like a £5. I'm not entirely sure. I can actually find out. But yeah, it should be relatively cheap. But then it also depends, because 4's coming out. If you're a smart business, what you do is you'd raise the price of 3 a little bit, so people buy 3 before 4, and you get a little extra cash. But yeah, it should be £5 in England. And obviously in America, I don't know how trade-ins work over there. I know it's sort of an issue, where sometimes you just can't trade in games. I don't know if that's changed over the years. But yeah, I'm pretty certain in America it's sort of sometimes difficult to trade in a game. Oh, you tosser. But then again, obviously, if you've got a pretty beefy PC, then obviously buying it on PC is like £5 for the game and the season pass. So that's why I own it on PC, because I saw it on sale on Steam for like a £5. So again, I just thought, go on then, I'll buy it.
Some of the government goons are merely irritating, Sir Dadu, but some make my blood boil. This particular lieutenant, Sicko Gusti, has made it a point to mess with my business. So, I will stick...
Oh no, tell a lie. Just Cause 3 on PS4 in England is £10, not 5. I just... Then again, they probably put it up.
Just to spite the bastard.
And I think it's CEX, another game store in England, who just pretty much trade in pre-owned items. I think that's maybe £10 as well. I literally... I've seriously never encountered any of these glitches before. I haven't. Oh no, yeah, Just Cause 3 at CX is like £8. So yeah, it's a relatively cheap game to buy. It is.
This is the place. Now, scrap those shiny darlings and put tears in his eyes.
Oh, please fly. Thank you.
One down and 2 to go. Excellent work, Scorpio. Good, Sedadu. Only 1 left now. Good job, Sedadu. Smashing work.
There's now no cars, yet you need to destroy 3. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Is Darksiders fun to play on the Wii? Is it on the Wii? I don't think Darksiders is on the Wii. Unless if you mean Wii U. Because I know, I think the War Mastered and maybe the Definitive Edition was released on Wii U. But I'm pretty certain they was never made for Wii. I'm saying I'm pretty certain, I know for sure they weren't. But yeah, if you mean the better editions on the Wii U, then yeah, sure. No, I don't want that. Yeah, no. It was not. Yeah, you mean the Wii U? Yeah. I know the War Mastered edition is on the Wii U. I'm not sure about the Definitive edition. I'm going to say yes. If you can get them both on the Wii U, and say if the Wii U is your only means to play them, then I'm going to say yes, because I'm pretty certain there's going to be nothing different, and they'll most likely work anyway, so you won't have any issues. So, you know, it won't be that bad. But you don't have a Wii U, so who cares? Well, I mean, there's that as well. But, yeah, like I say, if you somehow bought a Wii U and you've kept it, and you need a library of games for it, then getting Darksiders for it will be more than worth your money. But obviously the only problem is the Wii U's a fucking outdated console. No. Obviously the only thing I don't recommend buying is Darksiders 3 for console. I have no idea why, but it just has a really bad frame rate issue, as I've explained before. Here in the States you can buy Just Cause 3 for $15. That'd be about £10 anyway. I mean, if you really want to buy it, I mean, sure, you're going to have fun. But if you're interested in playing Just Cause 4, I would probably say don't bother with Just Cause 3. Because I'm only guessing, and that's because I've seen video games being made before, because you only have to just look at history. And with a game like that, I'm going to hazard a guess. It's going to be... Just Cause 4 is going to be a carbon copy of Just Cause 3, but with environmental effects. Obviously a different story, but the environmental effects will be what makes the game different. And if that is the case, then I would say just buy Just Cause 4. But if you're not really that interested in the Just Cause series, then I would say just buy 3 and then wait for 4 to go on a sale or something. Because it's not like you're missing out on gaming's greatest game ever made. You know. Hopefully it doesn't fail like Fallout 76 and Battlefield. Fallout 76. I called that, by the way. A friend of mine, we was talking and I said, I know for a fact Fallout 76 is going to come out buggy and terrible, but some people are still going to love it. Little did I know, it was going to be that broken. And, Brotendo, I don't know if you know about this, but there's news going around where if you ordered the, like the helmet edition where you got, I forgot what they're called, the Brotherhood of Steel helmet. If you got that edition, you were supposed to get like a duffel bag. But people obviously got that edition and found themselves without a duffel bag. and excuse me, and basically Bethesda just went. So yeah, just goes to show what kind of a company they are.
You have heard of it, Scorpio? It is the Eula's most
Don't forget about the
sacred
grapple
place.
hook variations. Oh yeah, and that.
Ground of our elders. But disaster hangs in the air.
But yeah, some guy in Latvia. Obviously, I'll find out how different Just Cause 4 is, and then obviously I'll be able to judge if it's worth buying over 3, or if you should just buy 3 anyway and just ignore 4.
Help my brave Serdadus tear down their
Scammer, basically, yeah. And as far as Battlefield is concerned, I don't know how, but Battlefield, like DICE, if you look at DICE's history of making games, especially for PC, their PC games were relatively smooth running from beginning to end. Yet it seems with Battlefield 1, the game released more than playable. I was more than able to play it and I was enjoying it. But by the end of the game's release, and especially the Apocalypse update, it just flat out broke my console. It just flat out broke the game. It did, and I just couldn't run it at all, even on low. Which was really annoying. And with Battlefield 5, it seems to be the opposite this time. It seems the game's come out, it sort of works. Some maps work perfectly well, but then some of the maps, for whatever reason, just don't work. Like I can't get a stable 40 FPS at least, and it frequently dips below 30. And I really want to play Battlefield 5. You know, it's Battlefield. It has some great shooting, so I want to play it. But in the state it's in, like, no fucking way.
Reports of violence in the sector. Respond to site immediately.
Then what Square Enix made Just Cause 3? Oh yeah, Square Enix did Just Cause 3. Well, published, I should say.
Serdadu, my men are disciplined in their bloodlust. They will attack the silos one by one. You should help them and use explosives to take the silos down.
But the actual development team who made Just Cause 3 was not the same who made Just Cause 2. It wasn't. It was sort of the same branch, it was the same name, but I think it was Avalanche America who made Just Cause 3, and Avalanche Sweden was the ones who made Mad Max, and that pretty much explains as to why I loved Mad Max so much. And I enjoyed Just Cause 3, but there was sort of like the magic, it felt like there was no magic to it. And like I said, that's why when I was playing Mad Max, I just loved every minute of it. I did. It's crazy Square Enix makes other things besides Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. But, yeah, Final Fantasy 15 is dead in the water anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's an unfinished product.
My men are headed for the next one. Help them.
Go! Go, huh? Over there, huh?
Victory again. Attack the next one. Go with the brothers.
Ulas! Get...
Development hell. Well, actually, Brotendo, there was going to have Season 2 of DLC. There's one problem. The director's left. He has. So then Square Enix updated and said, okay, we'll only release the DLCs that we've made so far, and then they quickly learned, oh, we didn't actually make any Season 2 DLC, well, I guess we're not making any then. So Final Fantasy 15 is officially a unfinished product because it's actually missing some story pieces. That's why there was DLC for it. No, fuck it. Haven't played any Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts games. I don't blame you on the Kingdom Hearts route, because there's a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans who like praise its game for its story, and it's like, okay, the story's probably good, at least good enough to, you know, warrant a playthrough, but is it really like the best thing since sliced bread? God no. Like, it's probably enjoyable, and I'm gonna get to it at some point. But, you know, it's not the best thing. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. But yeah, then as far as Final Fantasy is concerned, Final Fantasies 1 through 6, I would more than recommend you to play. But I've mentioned this before, but again, just Final Fantasy 7 isn't bad, 8 isn't too bad, 9, again, I don't know anything about that, 10, a little overrated, 12, I don't know anything about that, and 13 is okay for at first, but then it sort of just becomes very meh. Also, I'm an idiot. Duke Nukem Forever had development hell from like 1990 something to 2011. Oh yeah, fucking hell. Duke Nukem Forever, fucking hell. That game changed so many times over like the 10 years it was in development for, and it released, and it wasn't great. But even then, I would still admit, if you've played the old Duke Nukem game, it's not bad, it's good, but it didn't warrant the sort of hype that Duke Nukem Forever was getting. You know, like classic Doom to Doom 2016, I understand that sort of hype because Doom is an old classic first-person shooter that everyone loves, and Duke Nukem sort of just followed along. And it, like I say, it's not a bad game, it's just I don't know how it warranted all its hype. But whereas obviously, like I say, from Doom and all its iterations of Doom up until 2016, I sort of understand where that comes from. And it's almost the same really with Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm not saying Red Dead Redemption 2 is a bad game. It was a good game. But I just don't know where it got all of its hype from. Because Red Dead 1 didn't really have that much hype. Like, there was a few people sort of talking about it like, oh, this is like a really good game, you should really play it. But it didn't really have the hype around it compared to like Red Dead 2. And then the moment Red Dead 2 is announced, all of a sudden everyone's like, oh my fucking god. Like, people's minds exploded. And I just don't know how it warranted all that hype. But seriously, don't get me wrong, it was a good game and I recommend it. But is it a 10 out of 10 game? Personally, no. But it is definitely worth a playthrough. You've only played Duke Nukem Advance. Yeah, I've never played a Duke Nukem game. I think I've actually only ever played the first Duke Nukem game for like 10 minutes. And then I played Duke Nukem Forever for about an hour. The game broke multiple times and I just thought, fuck it, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing any more of this shit. And it's probably a game that I will actually never play. Just because it's not even like say Right to Hell Retribution. Right to Hell Retribution is like a bad game, but it's sort of fun to play. Duke Nukem is just flat out a bad game. and it isn't fun to play.
I suspect this will be a walk in the park for someone like you.
Maybe the hype came from how much people love the first game. Well, like I say, Brotendo, back when Red Dead was out, or even a few years after Red Dead was released, there wasn't really that many people talking about it compared to the amount of hype that Red Dead 2 had gotten. Like, I don't see the comparison.
Hang on until you reach the destination.
And like I say, Red Dead 1 is a good game, and obviously there's hype around it for a reason. But like I say, it's just like the moment people saw like the silhouette of like Red Dead 2 and then it was announced, like I say, the amount of people that lost their shit. And I just don't know how. You know? Like, still, it's a good game. Seriously, don't get me wrong, but I just don't see where all the hype came from. I don't. Then obviously, like I say, the game released and apparently it's like a 10 out of 10. I'd say 8, 8.5. It was a good game, fantastic, but there were just some things that just didn't make much sense, really. How dare I say anything good about Ride to Hell? So, Ride to Hell is not a bad game. Like, okay, admittedly, I bought it for like £2 brand new, but still, that game was not a bad game. Yes, it was very glitchy and there was clear issues with it, but it wasn't a bad game. I'm gonna die. I've just realised. Oh, you motherfucker. Time travel, they were all just 10 people. Seriously, I would actually, if I could, I would want to do that just to find out, seriously, if that game was really loved or not.
Grapple onto the helicopter's hull and hang on until you reach the destination.
Is Doom Eternal any good? I've never heard of Doom Eternal. There's going to be a lot of people who's going to go, you fucking what? Oh, you mean the new one? Yeah, no, I know about the new one. Basically, Doom 2016 2. I would say if you like Doom 2016, you're probably going to love Doom Eternal. And I really loved Doom 2016. That was a fantastic game. Do I ironically like Ride to Hell? No, seriously. Ride to Hell was not a bad game. Like, I'm being honest here. There is no joke whatsoever. Ride to Hell was a fun game. Seriously. I really enjoyed playing it. I mean, sure, again, yes, the game overall is like a 4 out of 10, but overall it isn't a bad... It's one of those so bad it's good things, you know? Like, Duke Nukem Forever is a so bad it's bad, but Ride to Hell is it's a bad game, but it is almost fun to play. And I'm sort of sad that you can't buy it on Steam anymore. But if I can actually find a copy on PS3, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna play it to prove you wrong. That I do genuinely love that game. Oh, well, love is the wrong term. I enjoy the game. Can't keep a straight face. Like, I genuinely do love the game.
Excellent. The Reapers will hold you
You played the demo and you loved it. What if every bad game was remastered for PS4, making no glitches apparent? I would honestly buy Right to Hell if it was made slightly better. But even then, Right to Hell in its current form, yes, it has issues with it, just its base game. Like, not like, oh, there's bugs, glitches, it wasn't made well. Like, it was made fairly well, but yeah, it's just a little, it just has questionable design choices, is all. Like, where Jake has sex with women and everyone has their clothes on, and it's like, okay, I see what they were going with, but I'm guessing they didn't bother doing it because they didn't know how to model a naked woman. And it's hilarious just watching two people go at it, fully clothed, you know. Seriously, if I can actually find a copy on PS3, I'll buy it.
Information sluts. Loose women we have whoring around army officials has found out that 3 government helicopters are about to take off and destroy one of our silos. I want you to stop them, comrade. The contents of the silo is not your ordinary grain.
It is the coca. You don't know why I'm excited for this game. It is a robot fighting game. If this crashes, it's your fault. It is the magic shroom. Yeah, probably. Hell is this? Supercharged. Oh no, Override Mech City Brawl. Supercharged Mega Edition. The fuck is this? I mean, it has split screen, so I'm guessing it's just a giant robot fighting game. Okay, I've never ever heard of this. I don't even think it's advertised over here. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be, but... Oh no, it is over advertised. It comes out on the same day as Just Cause 4. That game is not going to sell. And it's £30. Nice. So, I've overlooked that. Override Mech City Brawl is a 3D mech-based brawler. Control gigantic robots and duke it out in fantastic cityscapes. Epic battles await with distinctive mechs in local online versus mode. 4-player co-op, where each player controls one part of a skyscraper-sized mech, and a single-player campaign. Okay. I'm not going to ask. But yeah, that game looks interesting to say the least. Looks like some Chinese rip-off game. Yeah, it looks like, it does sort of look like one of those games where you look at it and you go, that looks like it was made by me in my spare time. Just Cause 4 comes out on the 4th, ironic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I actually ever see that game cheap enough, I might buy it, just for the hell of it. It might sell well. You never know. Look at Superman 64. Oh god. You do know, I know Superman 64 is a really bad game, but excuse me, I really wouldn't mind playing it, you know. Like, yes, it may be terrible, but, like, I want to know if people are either really bad at Superman 64 and it's not really that hard of a game, or if it really is infamously that bad. Because I've seen AVGN's video on it, or Angry Video Game Nerd. I've seen his video on it, and it does look to be just stupidly difficult. But I'm really interested to see if it is actually that difficult or not. So, you know, Just Cause 4 comes out on the 4th, and possibly, although probably not, will be for insert currency here. Actually, it's £50 for me. Or 55, I don't know. But yeah, it's £50. It would have been funny if they sold it for £40, but, you know. The only problem is at that point they won't be making much money. AVGN is good to watch. Yes, I love AVGN. Like, I'm only 21, right? And 10 years ago, back in 2008, when they made their video of AVGN versus Nostalgia Critic, I remember back then when I was 11, I was like, oh my god, this is like the greatest battle in human history. Because I was just flicking through YouTube the other day, and it was just there recommended to me, you know, their battle, and I was like, oh my god, that was 10 years ago. And I was just thinking back to myself, like I say, of how I thought that was like the greatest battle in human history between two internet nerds of pasty white dudes, one who reviews movies, one who reviews very old Nintendo games. Top 10 anime crossovers, basically, yeah. That's what it was.
Please listen carefully.
Then again, it should be number 1.
An associate of ours has been missing
We
for
should.
a while. We have recently learned that an extortion gang is holding him for ransom at the harbor. You must free him for us, Scorpio.
I mean, I can free him, but I've got a helicopter. You think AVGN might be the oldest YouTuber? I want to probably say yes. Well, okay, if you put it this way, if you think AVGN is the oldest still relevant YouTuber, then I would say yes. Because there's a lot of people who might be slightly older than him who had like their moment, and then that was it.
Quickly! Get me out of here before these fools get back! They'll kill me, huh?
We have an issue! Requesting backup!
I knew my comrades would not forget me.
Yeah, he's still relevant. Yeah, exactly, because he still makes videos and stuff. Oh, where the hell did my boat go? I no longer have a boat. Great. No, screw it, I'll drive him there. But yeah, I love AVGN still. Like anytime he makes a new video, I just click immediately. But then again, I do like YouTube and stuff, but there's a lot of people who I used to watch who I just sort of, you know, just stopped watching. Because I think, obviously, when you're a kid, you pretty much watch anything. But then I just sort of hit an age where I was like, okay, that content, whilst good, isn't really directed towards me anymore. Like, this isn't really this isn't like my comedy, you know, sort of like children's stuff. Now, granted, saying that, I still watch Funhouse, or Inside Gaming, if you know who they are. And even though they do sometimes do like fart jokes, sexist jokes, and just sometimes just like childish stuff, it's sort of done in an adult way where it's still hilarious. So That's why I still watch them, and they're pretty much like the only people who I still watch at this point. Otherwise, I'm not really much on YouTube anymore. Make a time machine to be first to watch his videos every time. No, I wish I could forget having watched all of his videos to re-watch them again. I'd love it if I could do that. Same with Funhouse and Inside Gaming, because with Funhouse and Inside Gaming, they made me laugh so much to the point where I couldn't breathe and I was going to throw up. So I really wish I could go back and re-watch all of that. But obviously, like I say, I can't, sadly. Which is better, Titanfall 2 or COD Infinite Warfare? Ooh, it depends how you're asking. If you're asking to buy them, obviously don't, because the multiplayer is non-existent at this point. So obviously I don't recommend buying them. But just based on personal opinion, I'd say story-wise, I'd go for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. But I think overall multiplayer, I'd go with Titanfall 2. So yeah, that's what I think about that. But I think overall, because I remember they gave away, well, at least they said they was giving away Infinite Warfare for like a free weekend. You can play whatever you want within, you know, 48 hours. And I thought, oh shit, I get to play the single player. I don't have to buy this game. And you can only play like the first 2 or 3 missions. And I think like the final mission that you can play is like you're in space shooting shit. And it really got me interested. And the moment it went, it like faded to black and then went, thanks for playing the demo. And I went, you fucking cunts. Like that is like the one Call of Duty single player that somehow got me hooked so much. And then like I say, Titanfall 2 is fun, but I didn't really think much of it, really. Sexist and fart jokes make you laugh. Well, yes, if it's done in the correct way.
But we need to feed our young recruits.
Oh bollocks, I didn't mean to press the button. Shit. I fat fingered the A button like a twat. But yeah, like I said, I don't care. Like if you can't take a joke, like if it's specifically meant to be a joke, and if you don't understand that, then personally, you know, we probably can't be friends. But obviously, if it's taken too far, then obviously that's where I draw the line. Every time you watch one of the videos, take a shot of oxygen. Yeah, that's what I need. Just an oxygen tank next to me, just sitting here, laughing my ass off, just getting high off oxygen as well, which would only make me laugh even more, which means I'd probably die. Because I think actually if you take in too much oxygen, you can also die. Yeah, of course, obviously, I really recommend going out and watching their videos. Although, some of them from their old channel you can't watch anymore. Which is pretty sad, because the owner of the channel has, like, unlisted some of them. Like the Sim series, my god, that Sim series that they made. It is comedy gold. But like I say, you can't watch it anymore, sadly. Unless if you can still download them. If you can download them, then go ahead and watch them. Then just poke some holes in your lungs so you don't take in too much oxygen. I'm way ahead of you, some guy in Latvia. I've already had my lung collapse twice. So I'm way ahead of you on that front. I am. Evolve is $12. Is it worth it? No, because no one plays the game anymore. If it still has a player base, I'd say maybe. But because it doesn't have a player base anymore, no, it's not. Because even when it went free to play on Steam, like, no one picked it up to play it. So it's really not worth buying. Control and I. Why do I remember that name? Again, I'm gonna Google that whilst I drive, which you really shouldn't be doing.
Excellent. Food for the recruits. These young men and women will never forget your fearless actions.
Fearless actions. I drove a car. Oh, conveniently I'm next to my next destination.
Smell the air, Scorpio. That is the smell of fear. The Panau government's
Yes, I do
fear
know that game.
of blood and quivering and dissipation. My sources tell me they are experimenting on some chemical gas they will use to subdue the people. Our enemy cannot be allowed such an advantage. You must go there, comrade, and retrieve the 3 vital elements from which the chemical is designed.
$8 for Guilty
But
Gear.
remember, these liquids must be kept cold.
Isn't that an anime?
Really cold. Otherwise they will evaporate to nothing. And nothing will come of nothing, Scorpio.
Obviously, I don't watch anime really. No, I say really. I have never watched it. Oh, but I've seen, obviously, Sword Art Online. Everyone has. I tried to watch Attack on Titan, but it was so slow and boring I couldn't be asked to watch it. Then I attempted One Piece, but before I even watched an episode, I looked at how many episodes there were, and I went, you know what, I'm fine. But then a friend of mine said, if you really want to get into One Piece, read the manga, because it's a lot quicker and easier to get through than watching all of these episodes. And then obviously once you've caught up on the manga, you can just start watching the anime from the latest episodes if you really want to. And I was like, oh okay. I still haven't done that. Or probably never will. It's the same thing with Dragon Ball. Like, I'm not really a Dragon Ball fan. Like, years ago when I was a kid, I owned 2 Dragon Ball Z fighting games. But beyond that, I've never watched Dragon Ball. Yeah, like I say, Sword Art Online, Phoenix Wright, and I think something else that I was watching. Kuroko's Basketball, I think that was the other anime that I started watching. Otherwise, I've never really... It's not that I'm not into anime, it's just that there's obviously a lot of animes where there's just so many episodes and people are like, oh I love it, it's the best thing ever, and it's like... And like, I'm just not interested in watching shit, like, just so many episodes. But then again, if you count Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! GX as anime, then... And Beyblade, they're the only other ones that I've watched. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Oh my god. It's an anime fighting game, but it has original characters. Anime is not good in your opinion. Well, obviously, like I say, the problem is, obviously, there's going to be a lot of people who hate you just for saying that. But, you know, if it's just not for you, it's not for you. You dickhead twat motherfucker.
Scorpio, be on the lookout for 2 more.
2 more coming up.
Yeah, like I said, I don't mind anime. It's just, I don't live by it, is all.
You know the drill, comrade. Get up on the roof and fix the fan. Thank you, comrade. Now retrieve the last sample. The scientist, comrade! He's making a run for it! He has one of the samples! Don't let him get away! Yes! The Brainiac dropped the sample! Pick it up, comrade! And that's a full house! Now bring them to Bolo! But don't let the temperature rise too much, or they'll evaporate. You might be able to make use of that chopper, Scorpio.
Launching missile.
They won their chemicals back, comrade. Be careful, and remember to keep the chemicals on ice.
Time to get out of here.
Just Cause 4 is already on Amazon. What to buy? Oh no, because it's out tomorrow. It is. If you get the gold edition with the season pass, you get it a day early. Which, obviously, I'm not going to own the game long enough to play any of the DLC.
Getting warmer all the time. You must hurry before the components are ruined. Do not disappoint me, comrade.
I would never.
The components are melting, resolving to nothing. Hurry.
Oh, fuck off. Don't. I know you're going to crash. Okay, whatever. That's the second time that's happened. Great, and now I've got to play with the bloody taskbar on the bottom of the sodding screen, actually, can I? There we go. Amazon. Let's see if I can buy it here.
Full house. Now bring them to Bolo. But don't let the temperature rise too
Okay,
much,
this time let's see if I
or
can
they'll
get out of here with the...
You might be able to make use of that chopper, Scorpio.
Missile launched.
They won their chemicals back, comrade. Be careful, and remember to keep the chemicals on ice.
Okay. Time to get out of here.
What, you hate Bolo Santosi's voice? It sounds like this. Oh bollocks, I'm gonna die. Yep. Actually, fuck it. Where are you, motherfucker? $7 for Battlefront. Oh balls. What, Battlefront 1?
Take no passengers.
Battlefront 1 is not a bad game. I do prefer Battlefront 1 over Battlefront 2. I would say actually before you just make your purchase, if you can, see if you can Google anything recent to see if people are having problems getting into servers. Because obviously if the servers are pretty much empty, then obviously don't buy it. But if people are saying, yeah, it's pretty active, then yeah, go for it. I recommend it.
You balling me ain't speeding things along. Crap.
And that's a full house. Now bring them to Bolo. But don't let the temperature rise too much, or they'll evaporate. They want their chemicals back.
Anyway, but yeah, like I say, just before you make your purchase, make sure it's still a lively community. And you don't have PS Plus. Yeah, that's the other problem. Obviously, if you had a PC that would run it, then, you know, it's more than fine, but this is my only issue with, obviously, like, PlayStation and Xbox, is if you don't already pay and use the online service, buying online games is almost impossible, because obviously, if I can buy the same game on PC, why wouldn't I do that? Because obviously I have free online, you know, so I don't have to pay for it.
You balling me ain't speeding things along.
Excellent work, Scorpio. We shall put these to good use.
I have no doubt you will.
You thought Battlefront had split screen like COD or Halo? I'm not sure. Again, because I've only ever played it on PC, it's something that I've never looked for. And even then I still wouldn't. Again, like I say, if the online is lively and people still play and it's not hard to get into games, then I can recommend it. But Battlefront 1 does not have like a campaign at all. It's just an online multiplayer game, which isn't bad. It's just, you know, full price for a multiplayer game with really nothing else besides just like maps and shit. Not really worth it.
There are ordinary enemies of the people and extraordinary. The airbase commander Ace Hamza is one of the latter. And I want him deeply humiliated. I want you to steal one of the planes from his base and attack another government base with it. That way the bastard Hamza will be punished by his own people.
Battlefront has split screen. Oh, really? Well, like I say, because it doesn't have pretty much anything besides an online multiplayer, like I say, if you can't get into games or if it's a dead multiplayer, then I don't recommend buying it at all.
Now, prepare to attack the other base.
Launching missile. Missile launched.
What is the best cheap Lego game for PS4? Well, here in England, even if a Lego game goes on sale, well, not on sale, but if a Lego game's pre-owned, on the PS3, game stores sell it for like £20-25. Don't know why, but specifically for PS4, well, you've got Lego The Incredibles, Lego DC Supervillains, and I think the Lego Marvel games. Lego Marvel Superheroes. Yes, Lego Marvel Superheroes is actually a pretty damn good game.
I laugh with joy at the bastard Hamza, who will now be court-martialed by his own fascist government.
Missile away.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of biased towards Lego games. I would say if there's any that you want to buy, just buy them. You know, they're all fantastic games. They are. I mean, it's Lego. You know, if you like Lego games, you'll like them all. Except Lego Dimensions. Don't buy Lego Dimensions. It's a Toys to Life game and it's not worth buying. Yeah, like I said, just pick one, and I'll recommend it any day of the week. But I think Lego Marvel Superheroes is one of the better open world superhero Lego games that there is. Oh. You can't find it on Prime or Amazon. Well, like I say, if there is any Lego game that you can, like I say, just name it and I'll let you know if it is worth it or not. But like I say, they pretty much all are.
Scorpion, you kill for me and make me happy. So I do not ask what you are really doing here in Panau. One day I will find out. It is perhaps the day I will kill you, no?
Bollocks, I did it again. Fuck.
You have to get me to the inner temple so I can hack the transmitter and jam the distress signal. Now go, Roaches! And Scorpion, bring me safely to the far temple! You got it! Okay, move out! roaches!
How to reload your page because Twitch cannot take Amazon.
We are nearly at the temple. No one can stop the roaches.
Oh shit.
There, the temple. Claim it. Yeah. No one messes with the roaches. Now move on.
Fortnite, what about it? As long as you don't say play it, because I won't.
Alright, I'll hack into the radio transmitter. Cover my ass, Scorpio. This might take a while.
Oh shit, now I know why it wants me to.
Fight them off! I just need a little more time.
Why is it keeping track of my kills? It just does. I don't know why, but
There. No
I guess if you really want to know how many people you've killed.
belongs to the roaches now. Oh.
Good work, friend. This compound will serve us well.
okay, so there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 missions to do. Then I'm almost done. Oh, hello Gunsler Hellgast. How you doing? The hell is that? I know this will probably crash the game, but whatever. I really like that cake emote. Totally not because I'm like a fat guy on the inside, crawling to get out. Yeah, I know. Also, if anyone comes in here and says they don't like cake, out. So at the end of the day, is Battlefront worth it? Like I say, if the online multiplayer for the PS4 version of Battlefront is still lively and it's easy to get into games, yes. If it's a dead community, no. Actually, I'll Google it and I'll see if I can find out. Because like I say, It is a really fun game. Seriously, I recommend it. But obviously, if no one's playing it, then obviously buying a game that you can't play is not worth buying. No, I don't want bloody 9th of January 2017. Sonic Mania for PS4 is still $30. I don't actually think this works anymore. Oh no, it does still work. Okay, so if you Google Brotendo, Star Wars Battlefront 1 PS4 player count, the first option is Star Wars Battlefront stats. And for PC, there's 704 players currently. For Xbox One, there's 3,104, and for PS4, there's 4,390 players playing right now. And within the last 24 hours, its peak was 4,548. So, at 4,000 players, yes. Because Insurgency on PC only gets like 2,000 to 3,000 players and it's still fairly lively. So for 4,400 players, yes, with PS4 I can recommend it for like $8. You can. It's worth playing. To your surprise, Super Bomberman R is on the PS4. Really? I thought that was only for Switch or whatever it was.
Listen, the police anti-gang task force are planning something big. We must have their plans. I've information that the officer in charge is on his way to deliver them to command right now. Go there and find those plans.
Actually, you know what I am going to do, if I can? I'll put it in fucking windowed mode. So then that way I can click in and out. Super Bomberman R, it is on PS4. I would personally say no to Super Bomberman R, if only because I'm not really a Bomberman fan. I'm not.
Careful, my friend. They will surely have heavy protection. Just get the data and get out.
Oh, there's the chopper.
Officer is getting away. Another pain to deal with. Idiot!
He's only gone that way. But yeah, like I say, Super Bomberman R. Or just Bomberman in general, I'm just not really a fan of it. It's probably fun for 5 minutes, but not really much more than that. It's artifacting on stream based on internet and PC specs. I think actually artifacting should just be a thing based on a game. Because I don't know why I'm putting it up for there for. Because I just want to make sure. I would like images, not. Oh yes, that's artifacting. I know exactly what it is. Yeah, game artifacting isn't really an issue with streaming. It's pretty much just based on. Sometimes you have to give it a little bit of leeway because obviously some games just have glitches and you just have to deal with it. But if a game is perfectly made and you're getting artifacts, I believe, especially from what I just read, it's a GPU thing, so your graphics card. Oh wow. It's most likely a GPU thing. So, again, probably what you'd have to, if it's a game issue you're having, then I would probably say Google the game you're playing and see if anyone has any issues or fixes for it. Otherwise, yeah, otherwise, like I say, it would have something to do with your GPU. But if you don't overclock it, you should be fine. No, you idiot, get off. You've got to be shitting me. I hate this game. The only thing you wanted from Bomberman is for him to be in Smash. That makes sense. He wouldn't actually be a bad character in Smash. He wouldn't. But also, Guns of the Helghast, I'm rereading what you put just to make sure I go over it. If people are complaining about artifacting, obviously if you're playing a game, if it's a console game, and obviously then it shouldn't be happening. So if you're playing a console game, which I know you are, then artifacting shouldn't be an issue. But if you're streaming from PC, like I am now, and if you're getting artifacting, if obviously the game I'm playing right now, obviously Just Cause, if you guys are seeing artifacting and if I'm not, then I actually don't know how that would work. That might actually be down to stream quality, which again might be something you would have to very specifically look for, because if it's a stream issue, then that's a whole host of issues in and of itself, which would pretty much should be easy to rectify. But if it's the game in particular, then it's probably just a game issue and there's nothing you can do. But like I say, if people are complaining from stream quality of artifacting, then it's an issue.
Tough luck, compadre.
You twat.
This will put us way ahead of the competition.
Yeah, there's only 3 left to do. Hopefully, after I've done those 3 in the next main mission, I can do the final mission. Hopefully. Otherwise, I've got to go around like a twat to just blow shit up, really.
I wounded him.
Oh wait, no, I can summon my jet, can't I?
Try not to break.
Fucking hell, 2 hours and 16 minutes. I really didn't think I was going to be on it this long today. Oh shit, I should really call Sheldon again.
I am in pain. A boil is growing. Dishonest army men have created this infection. Help me destroy their base, and the pus will be expunged from my mind forever.
Yours. Try not to.
Okay.
Okay, Scorpio. Time for the scalpel. Destroy those sailors. Lance the boil for me. Hostas Bodida! Attack! Attack! As the flames lick the sky, I laugh at how this angers the government. Okay, only one left. And now the boil is gone, and my mind can rest.
Incredibly difficult missions, these.
Don't let him get away. Get it out!
Okay.
Let's finish this. Move out, move out. Take cover.
Probably would have just been easier if I'd have followed the route round to go across. Ten out of 10 gameplay. Yep, well, I mean, if you like fishing, I mean, then again, it probably would have just been easy if I'd have summoned my jet again. And I think this is also going to explode. Or not. Never mind.
My business in the Selatan archipelago is bleeding from its very anus, just like me.
Lovely.
Why, you ask? Because of a recently erected statue of baby Panay. Just by standing there, it makes the people less prone to indulge in prostitution, hard drugs, and gambling. You can see why I want that statue gone, eh?
What was the first Just Cause on? PS2 and Xbox.
I want you to bring the statue's head to my loyal captain in the
So yeah, it's a really old game.
He can use it as a
I think it's probably like 12 years old, something like that. 2006 maybe, slightly earlier. Was it good? I actually played it the other day, just before Just Cause 2. So obviously if you want to watch it, it's there. But yes, it's good. I'm an idiot. Because at a certain point the game just sort of becomes extremely difficult. And little did I know or remember that in the first game, where if you grapple hook onto a plane or a helicopter, you can pull yourself in and take it over. I went through the entirety of that game thinking I couldn't do that. So some missions were way harder than they should have been. Especially the final mission, which took me like half an hour to 45 minutes trying to do. And that's when I figured, oh, I can take over helicopters. Well, this game's easy. The PS2 lived a hell of a long time. Yeah, it did. Again, obviously, with my bloody rack of PS2 games that I've got. Fucking hell, I've got a shit ton of them. Then again, obviously, like I mentioned before, PS2 was pretty much the age and era that I grew up in. So that's why I own a lot of games for it.
There it is. Such delusions of grandeur. Demolish it! Hostile spotted! Attack! Attack!
Get in! 3 was the era you was in. Yeah, sort of the same as well, because the Wii actually came out quite a few years ago.
Now bring the head to my capo. He will appreciate the gesture.
Oh, don't you dare.
Backup team on the way.
But yeah, the Wii also had some pretty damn good games on it as well. Oh fuck, I'm fucked. But when you was born, the Game Boy Advance was coming out. Wasn't the Game Boy Advance like 99, 2000, something like that? Oh no, boy. Alright, I don't know. I've never owned a Game Boy. $2003, really? The Game Boy Advance was 2003. Okay, hell. So you're obviously only 15 at a guess, if my math is correct. But yeah, like I say, the Wii has some pretty good games on it. It does. And then the Wii U. Boy, it existed. It existed. Because I know obviously the Game Boy came out, I think, in the late 80s, early 90s. So that's why I assumed it was like 99, 2000 when the advanced version came out. And then I think 2 years after that was the DS, because I think the DS came out in 2005.
Now my Campo can enjoy the sight of our decapitated Panay with his coffee every morning.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued because I would really like to buy a 3DS, have it sent off to someone who can, you know, hotfix it so I can, you know, record games off it, because even for just the DS and 3DS, there's a metric crap ton of games to play on that, you know? And I'd love to play them again, you know, and especially show them off. Yeah, that shit is extremely expensive. One, I've got to buy a 3DS, and two, I've got to have it sent off. Then again, if I was going to do that... No, never mind. I was going to say I'd buy an old DS as well, so I can play Game Boy games. But no, all I'd need to do is... Yeah, but even then, that would actually be better, because otherwise I'd have to buy a SNES, buy the Game Boy adapter so I can play the Game Boy games. Yeah, it's a mess. Yeah, like I said, I'd really love to play DS games on stream, because like I said, there's a lot of them I'd love to play, especially the Professor Layton series, just so everyone can watch me go, oh my god, he's a moron. Like, everyone figures out the puzzle within the first 5 seconds. I'm going, oh, don't go there, you know.
Who is doing a piece on corruption in Panau. I have not been able to bribe him, so now he must die. Would you administer the antidote, Scorpio?
Some of these will hit him.
We have hostiles in the area. Sending all available units. I am pleased, Scorpio. The antidote was administered to good effect. I am well again, and the Free Press of Singapore will have learned a valuable lesson.
Well, that's all the missions done. That is every single mission for them done. Now I just need to do the 2 main missions. So yeah, hopefully I can do these fucking 2 missions and I'm done. I can say Just Cause is beaten.
Nice work, Hand-Eye. Cities are on fire. The gangs are running amok. Every man and his dog is attacking government forces. And just like we hoped, that sniveling coward Panay has fled the city.
And you got a lead on that little runt?
All on your PDA, good buddy. Baby Panay's hiding place.
Not for much longer.
Won't be easy though, Rico. Once you've flown to the canyon entrance, you're gonna have to go in on the ground. The base and the palace are heavily fortified. My suggestion is that you call in one of your best faction buddies for support.
I'll do that, my friend. Though I won't need any help cutting that dwarf down to size.
Just make sure you put baby to bed for good, Rico. 'Cause when you're done, it's time for a little of what we do best at the agency. It's time for a little regime change.
Of course. Now I remember. Barbecues aren't your only skill.
Well, thank you, Rico. A man likes to be appreciated for more than his suckling pig. But choose your faction wisely. They're gonna be with you all the way to the end game.
It's the devil's company. But I guess I'm used to it.
Oh boy. Who do I go for then? Doesn't matter.
Time to choose, amigo. Which one you like best? Savage Ular Boy Shri, Sweet Pinko Reaper Bolo, or Old Grumpy Roach's Dawn Razor? Your choice.
I think I'll go for the Reapers. And Bolo Santosi for the people. $364,000 babies were born the same day as you. Fucking hell. What, were people going at it back in 2002, 2003? Well, no, born the same day as you. That means roughly 364,000 people was having sweet baby making love the same day as everyone else to have the baby on that day. Or roughly within the same week, sort of thing. It really does just go to show, when you put numbers to something, how astounding stuff like that is.
You would like to cut some cane with me, huh, Scorpio?
Thanks for the offer, but I can offer you something else to cut. Baby Panay's throat. I found where he and his troops are hiding.
Oh yes, most definitely. You just show us. Where? At last, the people of Fana will rise and shatter the chains of the imperialist oppressors. At last, the hour of the people has come, Scorpio. Using your information, I have created a plan for the attack. I shall be leading the attack via radio.
Well, of course.
Being a figurehead of the revolution, I am much too valuable to the cause to be harmed. Farewell, brave comrade.
Enemy located. All units attack on sight.
Scorpio, these comrades are at your disposal.
This is the pick a website gave you for your early birthday. Okay. What's so funny? It's just that. Oh, go away, Steam. I think it's just the whole ninja side to things. Like, what kind of a ninja has a zip-up outfit? Plus, obviously, it also says My Birthday Ninja. Like, okay. Then again, I'm never used to getting cards. I'm 21 and I've gotten like fucking 4 in my lifetime.
They will help you pry open baby Panay's mouth gate. Lead the troops through the canyon.
Then that means they don't love you. Well, I mean, if pretty much, obviously, if you knew my father, basically, why waste like £1 or something, or like 80p on a fucking birthday card when you can obviously spend that on much better things, like, I don't know, food? Like, I would much greater appreciate food over a card. I mean, that's just me, but, you know, food I can enjoy. But a card, oh, thanks, I guess.
Scorpio, lead our glorious revolutionaries on.
Plus, obviously, when you go through my entire year of schools, obviously you never get any from friends and shit, because it's like, we see each other every day, mate, who gives a shit? Then again, obviously, I'm English. We don't really show affection in that way. We don't. Why are sports games the cheapest on PS4? Because the moment the newest sports game comes out the next year, the previous year goes down from like £50 brand new to like a £5. Because why buy the old sports game when you can buy the new one? It's no different to last year's model, it just looks slightly better. Food better than card, yeah, exactly. Like, I'd sooner have food than a measly bit of cardboard.
My comrades have fallen. To get our hands on Panay, we need to work together. You see that huge anti-aircraft gun? There are 3 just like it. By each of them is a panel that controls the entrance to Panay's dome. You must destroy the gun and any surrounding guards.
Well, they're all the same. Yeah, exactly. Well, obviously, if you compare, like, say, FIFA 1996 to FIFA 2018, yes, there's a difference. But as each incremental year goes by, there really isn't that much of a difference. Like Madden's the same, NBA is the same, and NHL is the same. Yeah, like I say, it's just, you know. But the thing is, though, you can't really sort of, you know, complain, because the problem is, football will always be football. baseball will always be baseball, basketball will always be basketball, you know, like, what can you do with each new iteration of a video game to make it new and exciting? It's just sort of, if you're a fan of the sport, that's more than enough. That's why Smash is so good. One doesn't come out every 1 or 2 years. Yeah, exactly. But then again, that's just the same for pretty much fighting games in general. Like Soul Calibur 6 has not long just come out, and I think 5 has been in hiatus for so many years. Might as well get some more ammo. But you can go outside and play sports, but you can't go out and tear someone's heart out and decapitate them like you can in Mortal Kombat. Well, I mean, you could. Not legally, but you could.
Now the third engineer is in position.
You know, I can't shake the feeling that Pane is trying to make up for something.
His tiny penis. But yeah, that is always true.
Okay, you ready, engineers and eggheads?
Obviously, playing sports is so much more fun than sitting here and going. Whereas obviously everything you do here, obviously you can't do any of this.
Okay, now for the leprechaun. Quiet places. They always creep me out.
Ah, I have been expecting you, the American agent. Please tell me you are not also here to steal Panau's beautiful black gold.
Oil. I should have guessed. Always this damn oil.
Oil, more oil than any reserve on the whole planet. I am going to control the whole world.
Oh no, little man! Not if I can stop it!
Oh, hell.
It was you, Panay. You who destroyed the only thing I loved. And now that Jade is dead, we'll
Yeah, she isn't dead.
Imbecile! Grotesque! I command you to stop! Get that grenade away from me! Throw it away!
Oh yeah, Jade is still alive. She wanted to tell you something about, never seeing you again.
Hostile spotted! Attack! Attack!
Which Quake? Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Fire and get in. Fuck. Obviously there was a new Quake that was released like a year ago. Quake Champions. But if you mean the original Quake, oh yeah, people still play that. Well, he was the smartest guy in existence. If I turn the engine off and crash, I'm gonna die anyway.
Use
bollocks! Wrong button. Get out! Fuck. No point to play the original Doom because Doom 2016 is a thing. Actually, Doom, whenever it came out, is actually not that bad a game. I do recommend playing it, whilst you are correct, the new one exists, but yeah, the old one isn't that bad. Alright, where is that cunt with a fucking rocket launcher? Where are you, asshole?
The dome is set to self-destruct.
All personnel evacuate the area. Self-destruct sequence initiated. All personnel must clear the area. The facility will not...
Does Doom Eternal change anything? I'm going to assume Doom Eternal is just more Doom 2016. And obviously there's probably going to be some new stuff, like in the trailer he has a sword. But other than that, I don't really think it's going to change much from Doom 2016. But obviously in this case I don't mind. I don't mind blowing shit up and ripping out the hearts of demons.
Sorry, no time for pleasantries, boys. Country's up for grabs, and we got tankers from the superpowers all heading this way.
Doggone! Guess the barbecue's gonna have to wait. No hard feelings, huh, kid?
No, but just remember that when
You
it's
really like
your
how Doom has action figures to collect. Oh yeah, I think they're not really used for anything, but yeah, I do like that. And it also has classic rooms from the original Doom game, which is also a nice little throwback.
Chinese, Japanese, and Ruski super tankers are headed here. All of them are looking to secure the oil for themselves. Uncle Sam sent backup out from every damn atoll in the South Pacific. I want you to patrol the area in the chopper and take care of any non-American dare stick his nose in.
We got the coordinates for the oil field. You go in there, secure the perimeter, and await U.S. backup.
Oh, you don't think they'll mind us blowing up their tankers and all?
Hell, they're officially not here at all, just like us, buddy. Besides,
It's not out. You thought it was. Oh god, no, it's not out yet. I don't think it'll come out. I don't think it's out until next year.
Understand the politics.
Oh bollocks. Yeah, I don't think it's out till next year. I think 2019 is the intended release date. But yeah, it should come out next year.
Wonderful.
What the? It's a doggone atomic submarine. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Your bird won't last long against that sub, Hyundai. Better get down and personal. Missile launched.
Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Does Doom 2016 have an open world? No, it's a completely linear game. It is.
Try to find a way inside there.
I'll actually probably play it sometime soon. I will. You think any video game is more fun with friends? Yes. Obviously, there are times where, you know, I really want to play a single-player game, but sometimes, especially obviously with online multiplayer games, they are definitely more fun. But I'm sort of on the fence about, say, co-op single-player games, because the problem is, if people aren't working in my sort of way, then it's almost like ruining the experience. Like, me and a friend of mine, Dark Shadow, who's normally here, me and him played Sniper Elite 3 together, and I was being extremely sneaky. I was like a ghost, and he would pretty much just like run ahead, not bother, sort of just gun everything down. He would try and be stealthy, but he was mostly just sort of, you know, just I'll just start running around, if I get caught, whatever. And it was still fun, don't get me wrong. It's just that, like I say, in that experience, because, you know, I'm sort of trying to play it sort of very stealthily, and then the moment stealth breaks and it's like, well, I mean, I guess I may as well just shoot everything I see then. Also, I don't know what I was going to say there, but yeah, hello, Willemham, how are you doing? Yeah, like I say, playing with friends or, you know, viewers and stuff, obviously will make a game much more infinitely fun. But like I say, sometimes I do personally just like to, you know, sit back and play a game for myself, you know.
Son of an orangutan, go back to your monkey mother!
Where's Dark Shadow? Does he come on stream? Yeah, he does, but the problem is, obviously he's a friend of mine, but yeah, his sleep schedule is, he's up during the night. He is. So he's up from, like, say 8 in the evening till, like, say 10 in the morning. He is. So that's why he's not normally on. Yeah, Willemham, Dark Shadow's a friend of mine.
You think you have won?
That would be my impression.
I have news for you.
Even though I just shot him in the face like 100 times.
Missiles ready to blow. So if the Chinese, Japanese, or Russians try to screw me, well, they're in for a nasty surprise.
And the fourth?
What do you think? It is, of course, pointed at the very wart on the face of the earth, America. And with this, I take my leave.
What are you going to play, Brotendo? Unless if that's the name of something. Oh yeah, this part of the mission is fucking stupid, and I love it.
I told you, I am invincible.
Maybe he's not gonna let you hack into the bomb's targeting computer. Shoot back at him.
You got lucky.
You got it good for Russia. Oh, too bad for Uncle Sheldon.
You only got lucky.
Atta boy, Rico.
you flogged for this. I'll have them tear off your skin and bolt you to a
Oh no, thank you for the follow, Willingham. Thank you.
Looks like you'll be spending some time with your beloved.
I very much appreciate it. Sorry about that. You don't have much, you only have Fortnite, Paladins, and Brawlhalla.
What are you doing with the guidance system?
Oh, just a few minor changes.
And demos. Well, obviously, I'm like the last guy to talk to about Fortnite. I am. Yeah, seriously, thank you, Willingham. I very much appreciate it. But yeah, like I say, Fortnite. Ugh, I'm just not. I should really play it one day and give it like a few hours and give it a chance, but the problem is because I've already played it a few times, I just can't. Well, I just can't get into it at all. I can't. I'm just not a battle royale guy. I'm not.
I'm not gonna die in no apocalypse. Just so some fat cat in.
And then Brawlhalla, I've actually owned that on Steam for fucking years, but I've never played it.
Do you have any idea how much that oil was worth?
Sure.
You need some more games. Well, obviously, Brotendo, if you need any recommendations, or if there's any games that you see that you want recommendations on, obviously you can let me know, and I'll let you know if I've played it and if it's worth it. But yeah, because I've played quite a lot of games, so usually if you name it, I'll probably say I've played it. So, or I know about it because I've watched quite a bit of it.
We continue to monitor our special little part of Southeast Asia.
Home of the best barbecues in the East Indies.
Got that right. Here's to a brighter tomorrow. Cheers, everyone.
To a brighter tomorrow.
Salud.
What about Sonic Mania Plus? Whilst I haven't played Sonic Mania, basically all I need to say is, and obviously that's Just Cause, but all I need to say is, have you played the old Sonic games? You know, like Sonic 1, 2 and 3. If you have, then it's more of those, and it's really good. If you're not a fan of them, then obviously I would say no. But yeah, Sonic Mania Plus is a really good game. It is. Like I say, it's old Sonic, because obviously the new Sonic games that were made by the main development team have screwed him over so hard they don't know where he's going anymore. So they hired modders to make Sonic Mania Plus, and so that's why Sonic Mania Plus is a really good old classic game. It is. You've played them on the DS. Really? Was they? Oh, you mean the 2 Sonic games on DS. Well, obviously, if you like these side-scrolling Sonic games, then I can say, get Sonic Mania. I've attempted to play the Sonic games on DS, but I think at one point I just got stuck and I don't know how, so I just never finished playing it. I didn't. But, yeah. Obviously, this concludes Just Cause. It does. Obviously, I'll move on to something else, but I don't know what, so I'll ask both Willingham and Brotendo. If you want to see me play anything, I'll let you know what I've got installed in just a moment, and we'll go from there. But as far as YouTube's concerned, this is the end of Just Cause, and actually I'll save, just so I don't lose all that progress I want to continue from. But yeah, YouTube, that's the end of Just Cause 2. I guess I'll see you in Just Cause 4 Tuesday. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye YouTube.